Hello guys, hello gals, welcome to Canadian Immigration Channel. Let us talk today about how a couple or a family 35 plus or single applicants 35 plus could immigrate to Canada. Now, here's a quick disclaimer. If this video would have been recorded about a year ago, I would continue without any hesitation going through the points, going through express entry scores, and so on and so on. Considering the latest selection, considering the end of the year, considering the quite disappointing election results in Canada, this video is supposed to be called "How could a person older than 30 years old be able to immigrate to Canada?" It's not that pessimistic though, and we will be able to look at different scenarios of what to do and how to look at this creatively. But all in all, if you look at the circumstances in express entry system, if you look at the previous selections when we had 475, 472 points in our selection grid, considering the fact that Christmas is coming, holidays are coming, right? Chances are selection threshold would stay as high as it is for at least a few weeks more. Now, I'm not saying it's a prediction based on our understanding of what's going on in the Ministry of Immigration. We have the new minister, we have lots and lots of changes, but all in all, if the trend continues as it is right now, if statistics continue to be as they are right now, if selections do not come as often as they're supposed to, because all in all, in terms of express entry, 2019 was, I would say, quite disappointing. Not in terms of provincial programs, though, okay? So realistically, we will still stay at where we are, 469-ish, 470s plus. Now, looking at the score, so what to do with a family or a couple or a single applicant who is 35 plus? Now, if you look at the circumstances right now, if you're 29 plus, even if you're 30, 31, right, you're already not scoring high enough in express entry system to be selected nowadays as a single applicant who has just scored CLB 9 in IELTS, who does not know the second language, and you're not scoring enough to successfully pass. So if you got IELTS at a level CLB 9, if you get master's degree confirmed by one of the educational credentials assessment organizations, if you got 3 or more years of skilled work experience outside of Canada, summary for the last 10 years, if you're 29 or younger, if, as I said, you got CLB 9, which transforms into IELTS 8.0 for listening and 7.0 for all other disciplines, you still score 469 points, which probably gives you a very high chance to be selected in the next month, 2-3 months, right? Now, what if you're 35 plus? You're apparently losing scores for your age. You're losing scores if you got a family, right? For your spouse who is coming with you. And sitting on your back and just pretty much playing with probabilities, what are the chances that the score would go to 450, sorry, what are the chances that the score would go to 440, is not gonna work, okay? Just the prediction, just guessing is probably not a good idea. What I would recommend for such applicants is to start looking for alternatives which are on the table, which were working perfectly well throughout this year. Realistically, 2019 hasn't ended yet, but for us, it's probably the best year ever in terms of provincial nominee programs invitations and successful selections and successful applicants who are passing through. Knock, 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 of course, as I said, the year hasn't ended yet, but statistically, it shows us the best year in terms of the number of invitations our applicants received for provincial nominee programs. Saskatchewan has been a huge success in the recent months. We were talking about it over and over again. Alberta has been a huge success, probably like after a few years of quite disappointed provincial nominee programs, streams, and so on. Alberta has revamped its program all completely, and lots of applicants were receiving invitations from it, right? Ontario provincial nominee program, I would say, sort of. We had higher expectations from Ontario Tech Pilot, but it still works, right? BC Tech pilot, which was renewed at the very last second, like literally in the very last day of its expiration, shows quite positive results. There is lots and lots of hopes for the pilot, especially for the rural pilot. We'll see how it unveils, because as of now it looks like that communities are touching the water, and it's not really clear right now how it will unveil completely, what will happen. But all in all, there are lots and lots of chances for the couples who are older than 35 to look at the alternatives. If you got CLB9, if your score in Express Entry system is above 400, but you still do not score high enough, you still stand a chance to be invited by Nova Scotia, you still stand a chance to be invited by Alberta, you still actually stand a chance to be invited by New Brunswick. If you have French at a level of CLB 6 or 7, you still stand a chance to be invited by Manitoba, by the way, from Express Entry directly. You still stand a chance to be invited by Ontario. So all in all, there are provincial nominee programs which are pulling you out from Express Entry without actually diving deeper into the alternatives like studying in Canada, going for the pilots, and so on and so on. If you would like to have a sort of like personally tailored strategy, if you will, how to do it and what to do with yourself, like with your own score, feel free to drop us a line. We'll be able to sit sort of tete-a-tete, face-to-face, and discuss what could be done in your particular circumstances for you to increase or maximize your chances to be selected by the provinces, right? It's another story if you're 35 plus, if you do not have CLB9, if you do not speak French, if you do not have master's degree, if you were not assessed properly, and so on, right? Then we have to look at deeper alternatives such as studying in Canada, such as an owner-operator, such as pilots, one or another pilot, and so on, right? Regardless, if you want to have assessment, if you want to make sure that you explore all of the opportunities, feel free to drop us a line. There are multiple free tools on our website, including the free calculator, including access to job sites, and so on. But if you're looking to have this discussion face-to-face, send us an email. We'll be glad to have it, set up the consultation with you, and see if there is a chance to help your family. Stay tuned with us, and of course, subscribe for the channel.